Video log 29, Thursday, August 6th, 2015. Well, I've noticed I haven't really been uploading any videos for a while. I'm sorry about that. It's just I've been spending most of my time at the Art Institute of Houston. I don't recall if I ever told you guys about that, but yeah, I'm a student there now, and that's where I'm spending most of my time. It's a really big opportunity for me because I get to learn the actual things for the gaming industry, like their standards, the profits, revenues, and everything I need to know to work in the gaming industry. I'll probably start at a small studio because right now I've sent a resume to Dennis at Terrific Studios for an internship. It only lasts for like 3 months unless I start a contract with them, which would then be 6 months, but it's a paid internship or a contract depending on which one I get. But yeah, I've sent my resume to them and hopefully I'll hear from Dennis pretty soon. It's gonna be a good opportunity for me to learn some things, to expand on my knowledge and skills and see, firsthand, hands-on, how some things in a studio may work. So wish me luck on that. Hopefully I will get a response from him, because it would be nice if I got something going. I mean, yes, I've gotten into the Art Institute. Yeah, that's already a big step for me. Okay, got my financial aid set up for that, and I'm going to all of my classes, trying to keep up with all of my work. If anything, I'll at least try to go to all of my classes, which I have so far. I haven't missed a single day yet. Not even been late. I spent extra time at the campus just to speak with some other students, see how they're doing, and maybe get some advice, work together, figure out some things. Like, for me, I want to do programming because I know there aren't that much programmers, and some that are out there are making some strange choices on how to make mechanics work, and I want to change that. It's very drastic. You've seen me complain about some games mechanics, and it's not even about mechanics that are the problem sometimes. Maybe just some simple bugs, like one I've encountered in Robocraft before they did their Unleashed update, where the Protonium base just won't consider as destroyed. And gee. And then I've mentioned a lot of different mechanics in Guns the Second Duel about the knockdown, the stun duration, how the bullets can flinch, and then even explosions stop you in place instead of pushing you away. Just all of those things. I wanna be a programmer and be able to program those things correctly, pretty much. It's a big deal in the gaming industry because the programmers are the things that make things happen. Sure, you got your designers and your music artists and your concepts and your quality assurance people, but in my opinion, the most important person to bring it all together, it's a kind of sparse, however you pronounce it, sparse job. A programmer. They take all the assets, all the ideas, bring it all together and make it work. There aren't much people that are doing that, and like I said before, the people that are doing that right now, some of them aren't doing a very good job. Man, it's kind of disappointing really, because it's starting to make people look down on the gaming industry again. I mean, the gaming industry, it's a new industry, and they're facing the same things that other industries have faced before, especially the movie industry. Like 30 years ago or something like that, they had all these controversies about the content they show in their movies, like how there's violence and sex and blah blah blah, And now the gaming industry is getting all of that BuzzFeed currently right now, and it's just same crap that they're gonna do that they've done to the movie industry. And look at how they've expanded. Like last year, their overall revenue, or I think profit, I don't know, one of those, it went up to like $88 billion. So yeah, the movie industry isn't doing too bad. It's actually pretty good right now. But for the gaming industry, they've reached last year 111 billion. So they're actually larger than the movie industry and the music industry. And yeah, it's the biggest piece of the entertainment industry right now. So yeah, they're of course they're gonna get a lot of negative feedbacks or just some kind of insults. It's the biggest industry, so they're gonna get the most talk, pretty much, from news journalists and reviewers and personal interviewers and all of that. They're gonna get most of it now, not the movie industry, because the gaming industry has surpassed them now. Because yeah, people see the quality in video games that it could provide. It can combine everything from music and movies, and even stories. Combine it all together in one magical experience. That's really the best way to put it. A magical experience. It's very interesting because you have to consider all of these dynamics from giving people choices. That's the biggest thing. In video games, you can give people choices. Whether it's illusionary or not, but still, there's that concept of choice, that freedom. It's a big thing in video games. And you won't really get that in music or movies. These movies is just a straight rail, just one-way experience. You see the thing and you interpret it. That's it. The only big difference is in the way of interpretation, how people perceive the events that happen in music or movies. In video games though, you actually get to, well, in most cases, you actually get to make differences in your choices. You can do things differently, or you can remain in the same track that the game will try to lead you. But there are games out there that give you the freedom of different choices, meaningful choices. And that's actually a very important skill to have in real life. If you want to get a job, if you want to, make friends, talk to people, speak in public, anything really. There's the concept of making the choice, and you have to determine for yourself what feels right, what feels wrong, what works, what doesn't. And in video games, they can actually teach you those things. They're not teaching you just morals or, concepts. They're actually teaching you skills that you can use in real life. That's another big thing in video games that people often overlook, because they think, oh yeah, they're just gonna teach you violence, yeah. Well, newsflash, 91% of parents control what kids play in video games. So either that's actually not a problem or it's the parents' fault. Yeah. 91% control what kids play. It sounds like parents are actually responsible. And violence is not happening through video games. Or because of video games. But, it's an industry and there's gonna be someone that will pretty much say that anyways. There are a lot of different things that you can find in a video game. Great stories, great music, great puzzles even, simple puzzles. A good way to socialize with people. You can gather people of the same interest because of the theme that it provides. And that's how you link people of similar interests together. And that's how you make a good social environment. It's a really good thing. And many people are kind of overlooking that, really. But that's not really my main concern, because even then, most gamers, such as myself and you, maybe, of course, we see the most important thing in video games being the gameplay. That's why I want to go into programming. I want to be able to make pretty much the best kinds of gameplay there is that we could discover. Right now, people are playing it safe or doing some strange things to the game mechanics that either do not work or do not innovate. I really don't want to use the word innovate, because statistically speaking, people aren't looking for innovations. People just want to find things that either they're comfortable with or something that just works. You don't even need to include logic in it. You just have to think, how will the game work? That's how most games are usually developed first. They think of the genre and the general concept of the gameplay. Like, third-person action game set in a Victorian type of city where you are an assassin. That's how they made Assassin's Creed. Or a gigantic ball that you can roll around with a highly adhesive surface that you can stick other objects to make bigger. That's the concept of Katamari Damacy. Yeah, and look at how that game turned out. Like I've mentioned that game to all of the students in my classes and the instructor, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I remember playing that game. It was so fun and entertaining." So yeah, it's actually possible to make a good game. It's just, I guess we just need people who are more passionate about it. And that's what I feel that I am. I don't want to sound like arrogant, but like anywhere you go, you need confidence, and I feel confident that I can do these things. I've already pitched game ideas to some people, and I might get an animator for one of the game ideas I get. I just need to learn programming, and maybe I can get someone for some music, or I can do that myself maybe, because I've done music for over 7 years now, so I can probably add in the music myself. But yeah, maybe I can pitch the game idea to you, Craig. Maybe you can provide some assets and we can work together. Or maybe you know someone that maybe might be interested in my game idea. So let's start. The title of the game, the main one I want to work on, is called Techsmiths. Basically, it's a type of game where you build your own weapon. Very essentially that. That's the main meat, building the weapon. You can choose between the parts like the grip, the pommel, the blade, the barrel, the ammunition, the trigger. You can take it in pretty much change the size and shape, the position, and bring it all together. And just form your own unique weapon. And you can take that to an arena and test it out with other people. Well, against other people, I should say, and see if your weapon can perform better than the other person's weapon. And there will be a whole competition of that, revolving around the best built weapon. So you can build basic things like the standard gun, taking the grip, the stock, the barrel, the ammunition clip, the shoulder guard, and all of that. Or you can make a basic blade, taking the grip, the pommel, the guard, the blade, and then, or maybe you can make a combination of things like a standard gun blade, where you can put a blade along the barrel, or maybe something else, something crazy. I'll also include other things like basic shapes, or chains, or railings, and you can just put it all together in any shape or form, size, position, and make your own unique weapon. That's the main idea of my game, really. And yeah, that's why it's called Techsmiths. So you can make your own weapon. You can reference it from some story series that you like from an anime or from a movie, or you can probably make your own. But yeah, that is my main game idea that I'm pitching to you. Maybe you can find someone, or maybe you yourself would like to join in this progress that I'd like to start pretty soon. But I'm starting to hit my limit. I have a 15-minute limit, so yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Log in.